Hello guys, in this video I'm going to work out the lesson 1 examples. First one is simplify the rational expression. We have d squared minus 9 here, and that can be factorized into d plus 3 and d minus 3, difference of squares, and that is divided by, that is a trinomial. The factors are, the sum is -2 and the product is -8, and the numbers are going to be 4 and 2. Since the middle number is negative, the bigger number is going to be negative. Okay, times d squared minus d minus 12, another binomial. The sum is -1, the product is -12, so the numbers are 3 and 4, or 4 and 3. Bigger number is negative because the middle number is negative. Okay, and divided by 2d squared minus 5d minus 3. So by trial and error, or you can also work out the reverse of FOIL by breaking the middle term, the factors are going to be 2d plus 1 and d minus 3, okay, and multiplied by d plus 2, because that is going to be 2d squared plus 5d. Actually, these two can be factorized in a very similar way, because both of these have leading coefficients other than 1. So this one is broken down to d plus 2 and 2d plus 1. You can double check the work by multiplying d using FOIL. D times 2d is 2d squared, d times 1 is d, 2 times 2d is 4d, 4d plus 1d is 5d, and 2 times 1 is 2. And finally 3d plus 9 is 3 times d plus 3. Now it is time to cross out the common factors. We have a d plus 3 here, d plus 3, d minus 3, d minus 3, d minus 4, d minus 4, d plus 3. Again, we don't have any d plus 3 in here, so leave it as it is. And d plus 2, 2d plus 1, and the only thing left is d plus 3 on the top and a 3 in the bottom. So the answer, final answer, simplified form is d plus 3 divided by 3. Number 2, x minus 4 divided by x squared plus 2x minus 8 minus x plus 2 divided by x squared minus 16. This is a subtraction question, so the main concern is how to find the least common denominator. Okay, so numerator, let's factorize this first. The numerator is x minus 4 divide, the denominator can be factorized like we did before. X and the numbers are, the 2 is the sum and the -8 is the product, so it is going to be plus 4 and minus 2, and that is the expression minus x plus 2 is divided by x squared minus 16 is the difference of squares, x plus 4 times x minus 4. Now we need to find the least common denominator between this one and that one. So the common factor between these two is x plus 4. Let's copy that down, and x minus 2 is not common, it's only here. Our x minus 4 is not common, so we need to copy both of these down, and we are taking the least common, we are writing down the least common denominator, so x minus 2 then multiplied by x minus 4. So this is the least common denominator between these two expressions. Okay, so let's use this least common denominator to complete the subtraction process. So let's rewrite the first one. So x minus 4 is divided by x plus 4 times x minus 2, then minus, let's leave some space so that we can fill up things later. X plus 2 is divided by x plus 4 times x minus 4. Now we know the least common denominator is x plus 4 times x minus 2 times x minus 4, but we have only the first two, so we need to include x minus 4 in there. So we can just include the denominator, and we need to copy that to the numerator as well. Okay, we are done with that. And here we have x plus 4. X plus 4 is here, x minus 4 is there. The only thing missing is x minus 2. So multiply both the top and bottom by x minus 2. Okay, now we can simplify that. So x minus 4 times x minus 4 is it's an identity, or you can just use the FOIL multiplication. So that is going to be x squared minus 8x plus 16 divide x plus 4 times x minus 2 times x minus 4, then minus, this is a plus b times a minus b format. It's going to be x squared minus 4, which is difference of squares. Okay, x plus 4, denominator is x plus 4 times x minus 4 times x minus 2. Now we can write as one common denominator, which is x plus 4 multiplied by x minus 2 multiplied by x minus 4, and the numerator can be combined together. Make sure you have you can see, right? You have to take care of the signs properly. So there's going to be x squared minus 8x plus 16 minus, this minus is actually common for both these terms, so it's going to be minus x squared plus 4. So cross out the x squared, and we are almost there. So that is equal to negative 8x, 16 plus 4 is plus 20, it's divided by x plus 4 times x minus 2 times x minus 4. You can do just one more thing if you want to take the negative 4 out. That is a common factor, so it'll be 2x plus 5. My fault, it is 2x minus 5 is divided by x plus 4 times x minus 2 times x minus 4. So that is the answer right there. Finally, we can work this out. Be careful about this to the power of negative 1, and you need to understand c to the power of negative 1 is nothing but 1 over c, reciprocal. D to the power of negative 1 is 1 over d. So let's rewrite the original question. So c, d to the power of negative 1 goes down right there, d minus d over c, everything divided by 1 over d minus 1 over c. Now take the common denominator. The least common denominator is c times d, which is cd. So cd, the easiest way is you just cross multiply. C times c is c squared, minus d times d is d squared. Divide, everything divided by, again, the common denominator is cd. You can do the same thing. C times 1 is c, d times 1 is d, and the sign between them should be dropped down here. Since the first expression is divided by the second expression, it is easy to multiply the first expression by the reciprocal of the second expression. So c squared minus d squared divided by cd is multiplied by the cd, goes on the top, divided by c minus d at the bottom. Okay, so just simplify this. C squared minus d squared is c plus d times c minus d divided by cd times cd divided by c minus d. Now it is time to cross out the common factors. C minus d crossed out, cd crossed out, and the answer is c plus d.